Okay, there we go. I'm already recording. So, as you know, well, first of all, good evening to everybody. Again, it's a pleasure for me to be here and be your teacher for this period that is starting today. And it's starting today, we're going to meet for 8 weeks, okay? For a total of 16 different classes. For this period, I try to innovate a little bit with evaluation. So you're gonna find a few surprises here and there, but the idea is to help you a little bit more, and of course to help you develop your speaking skills. That's the whole point of it. Okay, so let me go ahead and start projecting our syllabus. Just give me 1 second. Okay, you should be able to look at my screen now. Can you see it? Yes, awesome. Okay,
Yes.
okay, is that size okay, or do you need it a little bit bigger?
It's okay.
Awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. Moni, can you help me reading the descripción del curso, please?
Yes. Ese curso tiene una duración de 8 semanas con un total de 48 horas de instrucción distribuidas entre sesiones de clases sincrónicas y asincrónicas con 24 horas de trabajo en línea, 3 horas por semana. En este nivel, el estudiante recibirá capacitación en las 4 macrodestrezas del lenguaje: comprensión auditiva, comprensión de lectura, producción escrita y sobre todo producción oral en la lengua inglesa. Además, trabajarán con las microdestrezas de gramática, vocabulario y pronunciación con el fin de dirigir al estudiante hacia un adecuado dominio del idioma. Este nivel busca consolidar las bases del dominio lingüístico del estudiante B1. Por lo tanto, se utilizará la serie American English File 2, Second Edition de Cristina Latham Conning,
Funny.
and Olive Occident, como libros guías y apoyos didácticos. En este nivel se cubrirán las unidades del 7 al 12 del libro, y de la plataforma en línea de Oxford se trabajará con Oxford Online Skills Program B1, B1, Bundle 1. Además, se utiliza materiales complementarios seleccionados por los profesores que permiten a los estudiantes hacer aplicación y extensión de lo estudiado. El programa tiene un enfoque completamente comunicativo, en donde se busca principalmente la comunicación en forma oral y escrita en la lengua inglesa a través de técnicas y actividades que mantienen al estudiante inmerso en constante comunicación en este idioma extranjero.
Perfect, thank you very much, Moni. Jeanette, can you help me reading objetivos generales del programa?
Objetivos generales del programa: comunicarse fluida y efectivamente en forma oral y escrita en inglés, expresar ideas, sentimientos y emociones en el idioma inglés de forma natural y significativa. 3, emplear el vocabulario, la pronunciación y las estructuras gramaticales del inglés apropiadamente. 4, desarrollar destrezas de comprensión auditiva y de lectura. 5, desarrollar estrategias de comunicación oral y escrita. 6, valorar las diferencias culturales de países angloparlantes con nuestra realidad nacional. 7, desarrollar actitudes y valores, trabajo en grupo, responsabilidad, creatividad, cooperación, respeto, tolerancia, que permitan enfrentarse a su medio personal eficientemente.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, objetivos específicos de nivel 4. Bernard, can you help me reading this?
Yes, of course. Al finalizar el nivel 4, el estudiante será capaz de dar y pedir sugerencias, advertencias y opiniones utilizando should, shouldn't, have to, don't have to, must, must not y can't, de forma simple en oraciones sencillas. Expresar posibilidades a futuro de forma simple utilizando oraciones sencillas en el primer condicional. Explicar problemas de salud comunes, sus síntomas y posibles remedios de forma simple y puntual, utilizando frases y oraciones sencillas. Usar gerundios e infinitivos para describir procesos de forma simple y corta con oraciones sencillas. Expresar posibilidades y opiniones de forma simple utilizando oraciones sencillas. Reportar eventos, situaciones, mensajes, anécdotas y otros de forma simple y puntual utilizando report speech. Usar el pasado perfecto y la estructura used to para describir eventos y anécdotas pasadas de forma simple y corta con oraciones sencillas. Describir actividades, eventos y procesos cotidianos y de su entorno de forma simple y con poca elaboración usando la forma pasiva y verbos compuestos. Discernir el tiempo verbal correcto, presente perfecto, pasado simple o pasado perfecto, para escribir eventos, situaciones y anécdotas de forma simple y corta, utilizando frases y oraciones sencillas. Expresar ideas y preguntar sobre situaciones hipotéticas en el pasado de forma simple, utilizando frases y oraciones sencillas sobre sí mismo y su familia y su entorno. Dar y pedir direcciones de forma simple y puntual, utilizando frases y oraciones sencillas.
Thank you very much, Bernan. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the content. Well, Bernan already talked about it a little bit. En este vamos a ver los que son los infinitivos y los gerundios. Este tema es súper bonito y es un tema de que sí hay que poner un poquito, tener un poquito de cuidado porque es como mucho de prestar atención, pero es súper sencillo y sé que les va a gustar. Bueno, espero que les guste mucho. También vamos a ver have to, don't have to, must, and can't. Y las diferencias, should and get. Vamos a ver el primer condicional. Por aquí yo creo que no hemos visto ninguno. Hay 4 condicionales diferentes. El 0 y el primero son los que se consideran reales. Ya pronto vamos a ver por qué. Y más adelante, no este bimestre creo, pero ya ven el segundo y el tercero. Es un tema súper bonito también. Vamos a ver los possessive pronouns, en adverbs of manners. Vamos a ver también el pasado perfecto. El segundo condicional. Bueno, va a hacer un pequeño repaso por presente perfecto. En la 10 ya vamos a ver lo que es the passive, probablemente voz pasiva, used to, might, past perfect, report or speech y questions without auxiliaries, ¿ok? Algo muy importante es que sí es bueno que vayamos, o sea, que yo sé que ustedes siempre han preguntado todo lo que no han entendido, pero ocupo que en como que pregunten más, digo, o no que pregunten más, sino que se aseguren de entender, porque cuando lleguemos a reporter speech, reporter speech es un tema en el cual utilizamos todas las estructuras gramaticales que vamos a haber visto desde nivel 1 hasta el momento. Estoy hablando de presente simple, presente continuo, presente perfecto, pasado perfecto, los tiempos futuros, etcétera. Todos esos entran en reporter speech. Es un tema súper sencillo y muy bonito, pero si entran varios tiempos verbales, entonces si ya los manejan para ese momento de forma clara cuál es cuál, lo agarran así. Y si no, tal vez les cuesta un poquito porque, ¿verdad? Tienen que como go back and start checking your notes and everything in regards to each one of the different tenses. Questions up to here. ¿Alguna pregunta, duda, consulta, comentario? Okay. So, let's go ahead and continue. Okay, metodología de enseñanza y aprendizaje. Okay, wait. Let me see. Rolando, can you help me reading metodología de enseñanza y aprendizaje?
Yes. Metodología de enseñanza y aprendizaje. La metodología del curso es comunicativa y centrada en el aprendizaje de cada estudiante, donde el profesor es un facilitador y guía del proceso. Se utilizará la herramienta Zoom para las sesiones de las clases sincrónicas para maximizar la interacción y la realimentación que pueda brindar el profesor. Las sesiones sincrónicas tendrán una duración de 60 a 90 minutos. Se recomienda que los estudiantes tengan constante participación en estas sesiones y que dispongan de la cámara web encendida en caso de baja conexión. El estudiante tendrá que notificar al profesor indicando una captura de pantalla del resultado de la velocidad en la página de Taca. Ya se la paso porque estoy en ese problema. Estas sesiones sincrónicas se llevarán a cabo en el horario establecido para el curso. En esta se llevarán a cabo algunas de las siguientes actividades: comprensión auditiva, diálogos guiados, discusiones, ejercicios de pronunciación, explicaciones y sesiones de retroalimentación. Para las sesiones sincrónicas se utilizará el correo electrónico, ejercicios del mismo libro virtual y el Google Drive para compartir material didáctico, así como el envío de información y comunicación pertinente del curso. De igual forma, no se descarta el uso de alguna otra plataforma de comunicación, como lo puede ser el WhatsApp, siempre y cuando haya sido consensuado con los estudiantes. Para los trabajos asincrónicos, el docente podrá llevar a cabo algunas de las siguientes actividades: redacción de composiciones, ejercicios de comprensión de lectura, ejercicios de gramática y vocabulario, ejercicios de comprensión auditiva, grabación de videos y audios cortos de los estudiantes, completando ejercicios comunicativos. Sí,
Yes, please. La evaluación.
ok. Evaluación. La evaluación será diagnóstica, porque se determinarán los conocimientos previos adquiridos por el estudiante durante el proceso de formación y experiencia. Será sumativa porque se utilizarán técnicas y procedimientos para calificar y documentar el desempeño del estudiantado. Finalmente, será formativa porque el profesorado realizará un proceso sistemático de recolección de información que se utilizará para reorientar sus actividades y las del estudiantado. Se detalla la tabla de evaluación con los rubros y porcentajes a continuación.
Thank you. I can take it from here. Ok, entonces para ese vamos a tener igual prácticas en línea de la unidad 7 hasta la 12, un 10%. Va a estar dividido en dos. Ya vamos a ver en qué parte en el cronograma. Para este vamos a tener la parte oral. No vamos a tener speaking session, que es getting more real. Entonces, para esta va a ser un impromptu speech. Ya ¿alguna vez hemos hecho impromptu speech o les he contado lo que es un impromptu speech? No, ok, se los voy a contar. Entonces, un impromptu speech, impromptu viene de, how do you say this in Spanish? Improvisado. Y speech de discurso. Entonces, un discurso improvisado. Entonces, ¿cómo funciona? Va a ser súper sencillo. De acuerdo, ya sea a temas que yo sé que hemos visto o temas que vayamos a ver o así, entonces yo voy a hacer una ruleta y ese día voy a seleccionar, van a haber dos diferentes batches, entonces significa un grupo de personas un día y el otro grupo el otro día. Son completamente al azar, entonces no es como que yo voy a decir, ay, mira, si quiero a Erika en el primero, no, si a Erika le tocó en el segundo, good for her. O si le tocó en el primero de primera, good for her as well. So in this case, the way that it's going to work is I give you the topics, the roulette, and you have 5 minutes to talk non-stop about that topic, ¿ok? Entonces van a tener 5 minutos para hablar sin parar de ese tema, ¿ok? Obviamente sin parar no es como que no pueden respirar, es como que estén contándome del tema, entonces obviamente pueden hacer las pausas. Lo que sí no se, obviamente no les agregaría puntos, sino que les restaría es el constante, ya como ese hesitation, obviamente si no les va a quedar bien, pero la idea es que sea un discurso que ustedes no puedan preparar. ¿A qué me refiero con eso? O sea, que si yo llego y giro la ruleta y sale que a Erika le toca hablar de política, entonces Erika tiene 5 minutos para hablar de política sin ningún tipo de aviso. O sea, no es como que ella puede, que lo voy a la siguiente clase, no, esa misma clase en cuestión de un minuto, o sea, que le doy como un minuto para que se prepare psicológicamente y después ya le toca hablar por 5 minutos sin parar de ese tema. Entonces, esto sí va a ser evaluado, no va a ser solo con que hable, no, aquí sí voy a evaluar gramática, voy a evaluar pronunciación y todos los aspectos del idioma y también tomando en cuenta las estructuras que ya hemos utilizado. Por ejemplo, si por A por B, utilizando el ejemplo de Erika de nuevo, si Erika intentó usar un pasado perfecto, pero yo sé, porque más que con ustedes, que ya los he tenido bastante, que yo sé que Erika o sea, no ha visto lo que es un pasado perfecto, entonces yo no le voy a restar puntos por haber utilizado el pasado perfecto mal. Si me usa un presente perfecto mal, ok, ahí sí, porque es algo que ya debería manejar para este momento. Si me utilizó el will o el be going to mal, eso sería algo que tal vez le quitaría puntos. Me explico, cosillas que yo sé que ya hemos visto, en eso sí quitaría puntos, si es una estructura verbal que tal vez no están familiarizados con y quisieron intentar utilizarla como por mandarse al agua con esa estructura, eso no les afectaría no más mínimo, ¿ok? Pero si se va a hacer una, por persona, yo sí voy a hacerles una como de unos 2 o 3 minutos a cada uno para que de hecho va a ser este miércoles, pero esa va a ser de prueba, para que cada uno vaya viendo más o menos cómo consiste y entonces empiecen a preparar y preparar de qué forma, porque no es como que no pueden prepararse. No pueden prepararse en el tema específico, pero sí pueden prepararse viendo qué tan sueltos son para hablar. Entonces, un ejemplo, en el caso bueno, creo que todos han estado conmigo, no creo que no hay nada nuevo, right? Let me see. No, todos son los mismos, los mismos tarros, diré mi papá. En ese caso, ya por ejemplo, pueden agarrar los mismos temas de los speaking sessions y decir, ok, voy a hablar de mascotas. Entonces empiezan a practicar sobre mascotas, a ver qué tanto pueden decir sobre mascotas. Lo bueno que tiene el speaking session es que yo no estoy esperando como que me hablen de temas científicos o algo así. Entonces, el speaking session puede ser, por ejemplo, si obviamente va a ser random, pero si le tocó el tema, por ejemplo, de política, pues entonces puede ser Ginette, por ejemplo, contándome por quién votaba el papá o el abuelo, o que si la familia pertenece a algún tipo de partido político que le gusta, o si ella quiere hablar de la candidatura de doña Laura Chinchilla, y hablar los 5 minutos, puede hacerlo. O sea, yo dejo el tema, digamos, para que ustedes le den la dirección que ustedes quieran, siempre y cuando se mantenga en eso. Por ejemplo, si les toca un tema como gastronomía, que es sumamente amplio, pueden hablarme de qué tanto les gusta cocinar, a qué tipo de comida les gusta o una experiencia que tuvieron negativa que les dio food poisoning o les dio, o etcétera. ¿Me explico? Yo no soy como tan quisquilloso en esa parte, decir, no, tiene que ir en esta dirección, no. Yo les doy el tema de speaking y siempre y cuando ustedes se mantengan dentro de este tema, ustedes pueden decidir por qué rama específicamente irse del tema. ¿Ok? Questions? Clear.
Teacher,
Tell me.
no hay devolution del curso. Para ver si me puedo ir ya.
No, there is no such thing. Okay, here we go. Entonces, bueno, eso es para la primera parte. Esa va a tener un valor de 15%. Y para el segundo quiz oral, ya vamos a ver las fechas. Para el segundo quiz oral van a ser nada más y nada menos que su primer debate. Entonces, hoy vamos a decidir los temas y vamos a decidir los grupos también. La idea es que sean 2 grupos diferentes. Van a haber personas a favor, personas en contra, y va a haber un moderador, que va a ser la persona que se encargue de dirigir el debate. ¿Ok? También hay fecha y todo, entonces por eso no se estresen, porque verdad, todo está ya en el cronograma. Y un debate es un debate. Yo creo que no hay mucho que explicar. Se va a presentar un tema. Random topics, puede ser, por ejemplo, no sé, la eliminación de los exámenes estandarizados en colegio, por ejemplo. O hasta se podría hablar, por ejemplo, bueno, tal vez el tema no sea tan interesante para ustedes porque no son tal vez docentes, pero en mi caso, el hecho de que ahora están volviendo las pruebas comprensivas, que es como los exámenes de bachillerato para los que somos viejitos, pero vienen muy diferentes a lo que hacíamos en bachillerato. Entonces, por ejemplo, ese podría ser un tema. Entonces, van a haber personas que les toque ir a favor, personas que les toque ir en contra, y va a haber una persona en el medio que no va a estar ni a favor ni en contra, que va a ser el moderador o moderadora. ¿Ok? Luego también vamos a tener el típico quiz, que ese sí no cambia, que es de Listening, Grammar and Vocabulary, que vale 10%. El examen oral igual va a ser 45%, 25% de la parte oral y 20% de la parte escrita. Y como siempre, participación va a tener un 5%, que como ustedes saben es sumamente fácil de ganar. ¿Ok? Now, let's look at the syllabus. Entonces, bueno, en semana 1 y 2 no tenemos nada sumativo. Lo que sí vamos a tener es lo que les decía, el impromptu speech, para que vayan viendo cómo es más o menos. Pero la primera es solo una prueba. Entonces, por eso no se estresen, porque eso va a ser básicamente como una prueba. Solo para que vean cómo funciona. En semana 3, aquí les puse las fechas también por aquello. Y que, teacher, ¿qué fecha? Ahí lo tienen. Dice la semana y la fecha por aquello. Para que sepan entonces cuándo vamos a tener cada cosa. Entonces, en semana 3, que será a partir del 6 de noviembre, Esta semana vamos a tener impromptu speech, the first batch. ¿Por qué? Porque si los tengo todos en la misma clase, también puede tornarse un poco hasta cansado para usted, ¿verdad? Que uno por uno va pasando y 5 minutos hablando, entonces puede ser cansado. Entonces vamos a tener la mitad del grupo haciéndolo el primer día, que sería la semana 3, y la otra mitad haciéndolo en semana 5, ¿ok? En semana 4 vamos a tener dos cosas. Vamos a tener lo del quiz escrito, que vale 10%, y vamos a tener el primer avance de las prácticas en línea. Después de eso, el debate va a quedar para semana 6. Bueno, los debates, porque son dos, esos van a quedar para semana 6. Probablemente vamos a tener uno el lunes y otro el miércoles. En semana 7, que ya es cuando estamos en diciembre, vamos a tener el segundo avance, y en semana 8 ya los exámenes finales, que se van a manejar de la misma forma que lo hemos venido trabajando. Lunes haríamos la parte escrita y miércoles haríamos la parte oral. ¿Ok? La parte oral está por definir, porque puede que igual sea una entrevista conmigo, puede que los pongan parejas, puede que los pongan a hacer algo, etcétera. Esa parte todavía no estoy viendo a ver qué les hago. Quiero que no sea igual una entrevista, igual como para ir cambiándoles las cosas y que vayan también viendo otro tipo tal vez de ejercicio. Pero ya, that's pretty much it. ¿Dudas, consultas, comentarios? Everything is very clear.
Ese cronograma usted no lo manda ahora al WhatsApp. Thank you.
Yes. Just in case, I'm gonna be sending everything. Como ya saben, siempre me espero a que finalice, que finalice la clase, como por aquello que ustedes quisieran hacer alguna acotación o algo, o quisieran hacer algún cambio. Saben que siempre estoy anuente a los cambios, más no de puntuación, ¿verdad? No es como que vamos a quitarle puntos a algo, pero por aquello siempre abro esa posibilidad, y si no hay cambios, entonces a final de la clase, sí me gusta enviarles ya el cronograma para que lo tengan, especialmente con las fechas, y no los agarre por sorpresa ningún quiz ni ningún examen, que yo sé que nunca ha pasado, ¿verdad? Nunca ha pasado, pero por aquello, para que puedan tener las fechas a mano. ¿Ok? Any
Ningún
more
feriado.
Sammy, ¿ah? Ningún feriado,
Ningún
exacto.
feriado.
¿Alguna otra?
Teacher,
Dígame.
I have a question.
Correct.
What activity realized the second group manual? The first group is in the impromptu speech.
Oh, no, they're going to be paying attention.
Okay.
So,
Don't participate in the activity.
Exactly. In the impromptu speech is just like a speech that the person is going to be presenting, and all of us are going to be part of the audience. O sea, digamos, si Ginette es la que se toca el impromptu speech, hoy, bueno, será Ginette junto con otro grupo de personas, entonces estamos en los 5 minutos que son solo de Ginette. Ginette presenta, bueno, yo le digo, Ginette, su tema va a ser tal, vemos en la ruleta, no sé, deportes. Entonces, Ginette tiene 5 minutos para hablar sin parar sobre deportes, ¿ok? Una vez que pasa este tiempo, ok, vamos por la siguiente persona, y así hasta que acaba. Los demás, lo que vamos a estar haciendo, bueno, en mi caso evaluando, y en el caso de los demás es prestando atención y disfrutando de los impromptu speech y hasta echando para su saco, porque por ejemplo, si Ginette logra o no logra, si Ginette decide que el tema le va a dar una dirección más de contar anécdotas relacionadas a ese tema, entonces tal vez, un ejemplo, Erika dice, no, qué buena idea, yo voy a ir pensando en anécdotas tal vez, ¿verdad? Relacionadas a los diferentes temas de ese día por el que me toque, ¿verdad? Porque como les dije, o sea, esa parte random, tanto el orden de ustedes como el orden de los temas. Entonces puede que en la primera semana le toque te toca a vos, Jan, y que el tema sea, no sé, Fórmula 1. So, yeah. Pero los demás solo vamos a estar prestando atención y disfrutando de el performance que van a estar haciendo nuestros compañeros.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
You're most welcome. Por eso solo vamos a tener el medio grupo, porque igual somos poquitos. Déjenme ver cuántos somos en este momento. Wait. Somos 8, entonces sí, serían solo 4. Entonces sí, que vamos a hablar 20 minutos haciendo eso. Entonces no va a ser como que gastamos media clase en eso. Bueno, que invertimos. We never spend, we invest. Pero yes, any more questions, comments, or concerns before I switch back to English and then I continue with English? Nope. Everything is super clear. Okay, then I'm gonna stop sharing right now. If you have any question, any concern, or any comment, remember you can always let me know. I'll be sending you the syllabus at the end of the class. Once I turn it into PDF and send you the copy of it. And right now, please go ahead and open your books, and we're gonna start with Unit 7. Let me just check the page for Unit 7. Okay, Unit 7, that is page 54. So please go to page 54.
Teacher 54.
Yes, 54.
Oh, okay.
Okay, guys, that is the page that you should be looking at. I'm just gonna step out for a second to get some water because my throat is very dry. So I'm gonna step out for a second to get water, and in the meantime, please get to that page. Be right back.
$54, teacher.
Yes, Rose, it's 54.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, so today we're gonna talk a little bit about first day nerves. Okay. So, before we, well, not before we start, before we get into the unit, I want you to think about one day that you were very, very nervous. Okay. It can be your first day at work. It can be your first job ever, or this one that you currently have, or it can be your first day of classes. Okay. For example, in my case, the one that I can think of right now was the first day of classes for French. When I started French, because in my mind I was like, I hope I don't use English. So think about that specific day, and you're going to tell me, let me put it here in the chat so you don't forget. You're going to tell me which day was it? You're going to tell me if it was college or work. How did you feel that day? Like what you can remember? How did it go? O sea, ¿cómo me le fue con ese día? And last but not least, you're going to tell me if it was a good or a bad experience, okay? So think about that. I'm going to give you a few minutes to think about that so we can go ahead and start, okay? Questions? Just in case, guys, it's not any sort of a story or anything. It's just telling me, like, you remembering one day that you were very nervous. For example, the first day at work, or the first day that you join a new group, or the first day that you got into, for example, this course, or any other activity. Okay, one day that was the first day of that activity, call it work, university, or anything, that you felt nervous. Okay? Questions, doubts? Guys, how did it go? Did you finish?
In my case, yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
No, teacher.
Okay, anybody else missing besides Erika? Okay, let's have 2 more minutes, so Erika can finish, and then we're gonna start.
I finished, teacher.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Erika. Okay, so who wants to start telling me about that first day that was very nervous?
I can start, teacher.
Thank you, Renan. Go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, classmate and teacher. The first question is, which day was it? I have two cases. The first is I was at a technical school and I had an interview for my first job. The interview was with the owner, the factory is the correct, okay. And I consider myself very introvert. And in this case, I feel so nervous. The second case was when I asked my wife to marry me. I feel so nervous, but the ending is happy because she say yes. This is my two cases. I finished with the other questions. Okay. Okay.
Yes, yes, please.
Was it okay? Thank you. Was it work or college? I think the correct answer is in the college, but is with my work too. In the first case, okay. And how did you feel? So nervous, happy when the interview ended and I received my first contract. But when I respond all the questions in the interview, I feel so nervous, but I feel insecure because I don't have any interview. In this case, is my first, and yes, it says. How did it go? I get my first job, and this day she say or she give me the contract. He sent me the contract, and how I can say firmar?
You sign.
Sign. Okay, and I signed my first job or my first contract. Was it a good or bad experience? I suffered this days before because I know the day when I go to the interview, but I think the end is very happy because I got my job, right? And with my wife, I know days before, but the propio día,
The same day.
the same day, yes. Um, I feel with or I get a lot feel or experience. I don't know because I is the important question for me, but it's all ended good. I get a job and my wife she say yes, and this
Okay,
is
yeah.
my
Both of them
yes.
turned out to be great actually, because you got your first job, which is something great, and then you got the yes from your wife, which is another great thing.
Yes, yes, it's another great thing. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Fernand. Those were really nice
Okay.
examples. Who wants to go next?
Me if you want.
Thank you, Money. Go for it.
Okay. My first day at the psychiatric hospital I was very nervous because I was scared about the people there and what can happen. But the doctor, the instructors there was very funny people and beautiful people.
Oh,
So at the end was good. It wasn't my favorite place because the persons there are like every time like numb, but I learned a lot. So at the end was so.
okay. It was at the good, I mean, on the bright side, it wasn't bad. It was okay.
Yeah, it was okay, but I learned, but I was very nervous.
Yeah, I can tell. And you still work there.
I stayed like 3 months there. That was the question or not?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was
If
okay.
you're still working there, so yeah.
No. I just stayed there like 3 months.
Okay, okay.
At the end of the grade of the university, we
Uh-huh.
have to practice
Ah,
in 3 places. So one of that was the psychiatrist, then Senare, and then San Ramon was
okay,
in the
okay,
university. So,
okay.
but the psychiatrist was funny and scared and a lot of things.
It was an interesting experience.
Yeah.
Thank you, Money. Okay, who wants to go next?
Me, teacher.
Thank you. Go, Dan.
Okay, in my case, my first day working in a hospital and an emergency service because I felt very nervous and I was afraid because I thought, oh, Jan, if you have an emergency with a person, what do you do? I don't know. And I thought the doctors maybe are a bad person, or I didn't know the doctors and the nurse in the service in my first day. And I tried to relax, take a breath, and only ask when I needed something or when I didn't know At the end, the coworkers were very nice, and I practiced and knew the service, and then I enjoyed the service. I love the emergency service, but in that time is sometimes it's very difficult because you run all the day, but I love it. And I don't remember a really bad experience, really bad, but it's emergency and sometimes it's difficult. But my coworkers are very kind. They help me so much when I need a hand in the service too.
Thank you, Jen. That was very nice. Yeah, I mean, I actually think the people that work in the health area are very brave. I mean, working in like in the emergency section, I just wouldn't be able. I mean, I don't like blood. Let's just start with that. I can't see blood. So that's the first thing. And on top of it, like seeing emergencies for like the whole day. Wow. And how tiring, because as you're saying, you're running from here to there and doing this and doing that and doing so many things that I feel it would just be too tiring. I mean, like physically, mentally, because of everything that you're seeing, and physically because of all the running that you're doing.
Yes. In our case, for example, our first birth, I think it's birth, nacimiento,
Yes, yes, yes.
birth, and the service was very, I don't know, all the people run in all the places because the mother was died, and yes, it's very interesting, and you can learn and improve your abilities in all the area, but it's very difficult sometimes because our person, our people, and it's difficult because it's the life.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Oh gosh. I don't envy you for working in the health sector, but I applaud your effort. So very, very good. Who wants to go
Thanks.
next?
Me, teacher.
Thank you, Erika. Go for it.
Okay. On my first days, I was super nervous. The class, kids in the catecismo is correct.
I think there is another term for that because I think it's not catecismo, but let me look for it. I'm not the most aware of Catholic terms.
Okay. Dice, like the class was Wednesday. How did you feel? It's very nervous. How did I go? Very good. The speed my fear. It's called fear.
Fear, como de miedo.
See?
Yep.
Okay. Like what is it good or bad experience? I was a very nice experience for me and the children.
Thank you.
Okay.
And just in case to answer your question, Erika, the word, it's very similar in English.
Okay.
So,
Catechism.
so the way that you pronounce it, it's catechism. So it's not like
What's
catecism, catechism,
Catechism.
schism. Eso with a Z. Con ese sonido como de Z que hemos visto creo que lo vimos el bimestre pasado, I think. It's catechism. So yeah, that's how you say catecismo.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, who wants to go next?
Me, teacher.
Thank you, Jeanette. Okay, let's have Jeanette and then Rose.
Thank you, Rose. Which day was it? It was July 3rd, 2002. Was it work or college? This was in a hospital. Was my first cesarean surgery. And how do you feel? I was very nervous. How did it go? All were good. Thanks God. What is a good or bad experience? Well, the surgery was okay. And become mother was wonderful. Like a roller coaster, teacher, like a montaña rusa, roller coaster. Of emotions, about 21 years. Another roller coaster, higher level for 19 years.
Wow. Just in case, if there is another easier term, porque lo que está diciendo es como cesárea, right?
Yes, cesarean surgery.
Ajá.
¿Cómo se dice?
No, that could work. However, hay uno que es mucho más sencillo, que es C, como de C-section.
C-section.
Exactly. That's the easiest term.
The same.
Huh? Actually,
Okay.
C-section is the one that is used the most, I think. So,
Thank
oh
you.
my God, that must be an experience. Sometimes I'm very happy that I'm a man because I don't imagine myself giving birth. So, thank you very much, Jeanette. Rose, go for it.
Okay. It was a day when I had to be alone in the accounting department
Mhm.
at my work. I had to make payments for purchases and I was very nervous about making a mistake. I made a bad payment, but he helped me and I felt very stressed. Everything else went well, very good, and that helped me to have a good experience and to work more under pressure and stay calm and be positive that everything is going to turn out well. It was a very stressful day, but everything turned out well.
Okay, that's very good. Yes, I can imagine when you're left like in charge of everything, that must be very stressful. So I get the idea. I've been there, but I'm happy that everything went well. Okay, we're missing Heiner and Alejandro. Okay, guys, who wants to go first? I think that was Heiner's. Okay, go Heiner for it.
Well, and the first question, which day was it? Well, my first day of work. And what is work, college? It was work. And how do you feel? I felt nervous because I was my first day of work in new company as a software developer, and I didn't know anybody. And the next question, how did it go? Well, I went well. The people were very friendly with me. And the final question, was it a good or bad experience? In this case, it was a good experience.
Okay, well, very good that it was a very great experience. In which companies that you work? I didn't know that you were a software developer. That's cool. That's really cool.
The company name,
Uh-huh.
La Livy. The name,
Never heard of it. What's La Livy?
Lydia.
Alivia. No, still, I have never heard of it. Okay. But anyway.
La Livia. Teacher, are you sure?
Lydia.
Is famous in the zona norte.
No, I don't know why. I don't know it. Why is he famous for?
I think it's a big farmer.
Yeah.
Have a lot of activities. I don't know how many.
Okay, no, yeah, but I don't, right now, it doesn't ring a bell. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, maybe. That is an have I told you that expression? Doesn't ring a bell. No. Okay, very quick before we move into Ale. When you say when something doesn't ring a bell, you're saying that situation or that thing, it's not familiar to you. So for example, if you say, I don't know, if they tell me, teacher, do you know this company? And I say, it doesn't ring a bell. It's like, I don't remember knowing or hearing about this company. So it's like, I'm not familiar with this company or this person or this place. For example, if you say, have you been to, I don't know, Volcán Irasu? And I can tell, no, it doesn't ring a bell. Meaning, like, I'm not familiar with it. Like, I don't think I've been there. I don't think I know it. So that is pretty much a way of saying whenever you're not familiar with someone or something. Ale, ready, Ale?
Teacher, one moment. I have a problem. Okay. Teacher, is a good or bad experience?
Any, it can be positive, it can be negative, any of those two.
Okay. Let me see. I have many bad experience, goods and bads. For example, when my mom was alive, I need go many times the hospital because she was diabetic. And for example, yeah, I my work is very close to my home, and in in the lunch I go to my home, and my mother is bad, don't respond, and it's inconsciente. How say inconsciente?
Unconscious.
Unconscious, and I don't know what I do. Call the ambulance or 911 and run to hospital. Is for me bad experience because I don't know. I don't know do. And the good, I don't remember the good experience. And when Yandarin had a surgery,
Surgery.
surgery, and days later, I went for she, and she is very good, and I helped to all the hospital, and this is, I think, is a good experience because I see very bad in the Yanderen go to her work and had a emergency, and I went to her, to she, and go to hospital. Days later, I a traer, how to say traer, la fui a recoger, digamos, en el hospital.
You went to pick her up. Pick up, but you include the object pronoun. You went to pick her up.
Pick her up.
Pick, yes. Pick. Let me write it here in the chat. Pick.
Okay, pick
up.
her up. Rendering, and I see she's very well, and I think it's a good and bad experience.
Indeed, it was scary, but it turned out to be good.
yes, it's difficult because in the moment I feel nervous and scared many feels. And only thing is wrong and call the other person, ambulance, I don't know.
And teacher, when Alejandro arrived to the hospital, Alejandro run in other place in I think Ali, and he didn't listen me. He only run in all the hospital. And
He was just running in the
I
hospital, and you were there. You were there.
yes, yes,
Hallway.
and I called him and Ali, I am here, I am okay, because it is in
The
that
room.
year was the COVID-19,
COVID-19.
and yes, and only stay me in the hospital. Alejandro doesn't
He couldn't.
didn't just and but I am if
That's a good thing. That's a good thing that you were alive. But yeah, I can imagine that it must have been scary for Ale. And also, it must have been funny to see him like running and running, and you were like, Ale, I'm here. And Ale was like, and you, I'm here. And Ale,
yes,
I can see.
yes, and I in the room with other ladies, and Ali, I am good, I am here. Ali
yeah,
don't listen me
he
in
was
any
too
moment.
nervous.
In this moment I feel very nervous.
Yeah, you're probably, and so that's why you were not paying attention. Sometimes when we're very nervous, we're just in our heads thinking about different things and we're not paying attention to our surroundings. But anyway, both experience, I mean, these last experiences turned out to be very good because at the end, Jan was great. So it was a good one. Okay, guys, so the idea of starting with this was that to talk about first day nerves. Okay, because sometimes whenever we're starting a job or high school or university or just a course, or even when we just move to a new place, like we go and we live in a different city, we can get a little bit nervous. Okay, so for that reason today, this one, we're gonna focus a little bit on how to survive your first day in a new office. Okay, so we're gonna go over this one. These are some tips. Wait. These are some tips that we have over here. It says everybody gets nervous on their first day at any job, but these tips can help you get it right. Okay, so what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be reading each one of them, and the idea, we're gonna read them, we're gonna try to understand them, and after reading them, we're going to try to find which one do you think would be the title of that tip. Okay, the titles are the ones that are here in part C, from A until G. Okay, so the idea is that we're gonna put those in this, but first let's read each one of them. Okay, so let's just start with the first one. Moni, can you help me reading the first one, the one that says 6:30?
Yes. 6:30. Wake up early, have breakfast, shower, and get dressed. Wear formal work clothes, but not too formal. Check the weather forecast to make sure your clothes are right. And if you're driving, check traffic report to see if there are any problems.
Perfect, Moni, thank you very much. Okay, let's go for number 2. Jeanette, can you help me with that one?
Plan to arrive at least 10 minutes early, but no more than 20. You don't want to look too enthusiastic. Say hello to people, smile, and use this time to ask questions.
Thank you. Number 3. Erika, can you help us with number 3? Yes, the one that
11.
yes.
Okay. Other Other to make coffee or to break water for your collations. Is correct.
Colleagues.
Colleagues. Okay. Top time. It's very bad. People will always remember it. I know pronunciation if it's
Always. People will always remember.
no, always remember, and it if it's very good.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
They will?
They will always ask you to make it.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Rose, can you help us with the next one?
Don't be the first person to ask about lunch. Wait to see what everybody else does.
Thank you. The next one, Ale.
Be prepared.
Okay. Be prepared to have problems, many bosses.
Many bosses.
Bosses. Give new employees same difficult work on the first day to see how they manage.
Thank you.
Top tip, if you can't, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Thank you, Ale.
Continue. Okay.
Yes. Jan, the next one? The 1 to 3?
If you go to a meeting, listen, keep quiet, and take notes. You don't want to annoy other people on day one.
Perfect, thank you. And last but not least, Rolando. Well, Rolando's not here, right? He
Me,
left
teacher.
the audacity. Okay, thank you, Heiner. Go for it.
Don't think that saying late will impress your boss. It won't, at least not on your first day. Go home. If you made any mistake, make sure you don't make them again tomorrow.
Perfect, thank you very much. Okay, guys, now it says, part C says, read top tips from A to G, then read the article again and put them in the correct place, okay? So we have A until G. A, don't make it either very well or very badly. Try to remember everybody's name. If they invite you to go with them, go. Decide what to wear the night before. Think about everything that you have learned today. Keep your good ideas for the next meeting and try to solve the problem yourself first. So now we need to choose from 1 until 7 and see where you would be placing them, okay? So take a few minutes to try to make it on your own and we're gonna check, okay? But the idea is to use the letters from 1 until G, sorry, letters not, yes, the letters, no numbers, the letters, these ones, from A until G, and to put them here in the spaces that we have, okay? For example, number 1, which one would you give? A, B, C, D, E, F, or G? Okay, the one that you consider the best. Tell me, questions.
Teacher, pero ¿eso es un audio o la información está ahí?
No,
A, B, C, D, E, F.
No. The idea of this is that these tips, they should have a name. Which of the ones from A until G would be the name for that tip.
Okay.
Clear. Guys, how did it go? Did everybody finish?
Yes, teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay, no problem. Okay, let's give like, how about the others?
I finished, teacher.
Teacher.
I finished.
Thank you. Okay, let's just give like 2 more minutes to Erika and then we continue. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and check. So let's just start with the first one. Jeanette, can you help us with the first one? Which one do you think is the first one?
Top tip 1D.
Can you read letter D?
Decide what to wear the night before.
Perfect. I agree with you. Decide what to wear the night before, and then it says wake up early, have breakfast, shower, and get dressed, etc., etc., etc. Very good. I agree with you. Jan, can you help me with tip 2? Which one do you think goes there?
Tip 2, I think is option B. If you can't admit it and say, sorry, I forgot your name, try to remember everybody's name.
Correct. Very, very good. Thank you, Jan. Ale, now that you're there, can you do tip number 3?
3, okay. Offer to make coffee or the drink water of your college. Okay, option A, don't make it either very well or very bad. Badly.
Thank you. Just in case, Ale, colleagues. Colleagues, because you said colleagues. Because if you say college, college is como universidad. So,
okay.
colleague es para decir como compañero de trabajo. Colleagues.
Colleague.
Yes. Thank you
Okay,
very much,
thank you.
Ale. Rose, 4.
The tip Number go.
Sorry, again? Which one did you choose for number 4?
And letter C.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, letter C. If they invite you to go with them, go.
Yes, perfect. Thank you, Rose. Hainer, can you do top number 5? Top tip number 5.
Number 5. Okay. If you can, don't be afraid to ask for help. The option G. Try to solve the problem yourself first.
Teacher.
Tell me. Who called me? Somebody's a teacher, right?
Can you listen me?
No, I haven't called you. It was Hainer, the one mentioning the other one.
The top tip 5 is G. The option G.
Correct.
To
Try
solve
to
the problem yourself first.
Exactly. Try to solve the problem yourself first. If you can't, don't be afraid to ask for help. Perfect. Number 6. Let me see, Erika. Erika, which one do you choose for number 6?
And number 6 is eat. You don't want to audit other people of they want a tip about everything that you learned today. No.
Which letter?
A, S, F, A. No.
A or F?
A.
Don't make it either very well or very badly. That one.
Is incorrect.
Yes. For number 6, the one that I would choose is the one that is letter F, because it says keep your good ideas for the next meeting. It says if you go to a meeting, listen, keep quiet and take notes. Then we insert the F, keep your good ideas for the next meeting if you don't want to annoy other people on day 1. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Let me see who am I missing. No, I think everybody already passed. So, no, Money, we're missing Money. Money, go for it. Do number 7, please.
And the last one is E. And think about everything that you learned today.
Perfect, exactly. If you made any mistakes, make sure you don't make them again tomorrow. It's just like reflect on everything that you did today or that you learned today, so you can be better or show a better version of yourself tomorrow. Okay? Questions, guys, comments, concerns? Clear?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So,
Yes, teacher.
awesome. Okay, now we're gonna switch or turn the page, and we're going to click. Okay, first let's click on the green one, vocabulary bank, verb forms. Okay, so no, don't do that because you're gonna need to know about infinitives. So let's go to grammar, page 138, 7A. Okay, so that's the one that you should be getting to, 138. we're going to start with 7A, the uses of the infinitive. Okay, everybody in page 138?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about infinitives, okay? So I don't know if, I think I have mentioned this a little bit before. In English, we have both infinitives and gerunds. What is one? What is the other? Okay, that is actually very simple. So let me go ahead. I'm already sharing my screen, so you should be able to look at it. So when it comes to infinitives, it's pretty much whenever we use a verb and then we want to insert another verb, we need to add something. There are two possibilities. Either, for example, saying, I want, wait, that's incorrect. I want to go. So this to go is what we call the infinitive, the to plus the base form of the verb, okay? The other version is, for example, when you say, I enjoy cooking, okay? So as you can see here, there is no to, but the verb has ing. This ing is not a continuous form, okay? Who can tell me why? Why this is not a continuous form?
Because it's not an action that you are doing right now, or no? I don't know.
Because
Yes,
you don't have was or were.
thank you. You know, well, it could also be am, are, or is, but yes, you don't have the verb be. Thank you, Jan. Moni, what you were saying in a way makes sense, but I was looking more for the verb be. If it doesn't have the verb be, then it's not a continuous form. It's not incorrect though. It's still correct, okay? And so this, something important, this over here is called gerund, okay? We are going to talk about these ones over here, okay? Today, on Wednesday, we're gonna tap into gerunds, but today we're gonna talk about infinitives. So what are infinitives? Because I know that it looks crazy. Infinitives are just that. It's whenever we wanna put two verbs together and we can't just put them together like that. We need to add something. So what do we add? To. However, this is slightly more complex. What do I mean? Some verbs go with to and some verbs go with ing, okay? So this part, we do need to learn the entire list. Which ones go with to and which ones go with ing, okay? So let's go back. Now that you know this, let's go back to this part, okay? The uses of infinitive. Okay, let's go over here. It says the infinitive is the base form of the verb plus to. It can be affirmative, to be, or negative, not to be. Okay? And it says we use the infinitive after some verbs. Okay? For example, want, need, would like, etc. We're gonna see the other verb forms later. Okay, so every time that you use want, you need to use to. I want to buy. I want to cook, I want to drive, I want to visit. Okay, all of them with to. The same with need. I need to study, I need to eat, I need to, and the verb. Okay, and the same with I would like. I would like to get, I would like to travel, I would like to jump, I would like to play. Okay, then it says after adjectives and after questions. Okay, after question words, sorry, what, where, and when. So to say, let me erase this. Okay, after question words, for example, what, where, and when, and to say why you do or did something. I came to this school to learn English. Okay, not for learn. That is very, very important. I think we have talked about this. Not sure. This, when people say for cook, for example, or for learn, or anything with like this is completely incorrect. It is the way that we think of it in Spanish, because in Spanish it makes perfect sense para aprender, para cocinar, para jugar. In Spanish, yes. In English, no. In English, you need to say, for example, to cook, to learn, or for with ing. Okay? For example, for cooking, I don't know, lasagna, you need blah, blah, blah. For learning English, you need blah, blah, blah. Okay? So, questions up to here? How are we doing? Good. Or so. Okay, let's look at this part, base form. Remember that we use the base form after auxiliary verbs. Okay? Do, does, or didn't. And after most modal verbs, can, could, will, would. Example, do you live near here? Okay, can you help me? I won't forget, what would you do? Okay, so every time that you see like a modal auxiliary, for example, would, can, even will, might, must, should, all of these just need the verb. For example, buy. I mean, just choosing a verb. I would buy, I can buy, I will buy, I might buy, I must buy, I should buy, just like that. Okay, in these are exceptions to adding the to. With these ones, you don't need to. Okay, with these ones. Okay, questions?
Teacher, the leads and mouse is so
No, should.
should.
Yes, should, like this. Let me try to make it a little bit nicer.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, questions? Doubts? Okay, let's look at the examples that we have here. For example, you need to be on time. Try not to talk too much. It'll be nice to meet new people. It's important not to be late. I don't know where to go or what to do. What did you wear? Sorry, why did you wear a suit? To make a good impression. I wore a suit to make a good impression. Okay? Questions? Nope. Okay, then let's go please to page 139 and let's work in the option, well, the part 7A, parts A and B. Again, page 139, parts A and B.
Finish, teacher.
Both parts, rows A and B.
Yeah.
Awesome. Guys, how about the others? Did everybody finish?
5 minutes, Prophet,
Sure.
please.
That was fun. 5
Yes,
minutes,
teacher.
profe. Not even a 5 minutes teacher. Yes, it's fine. No worries. Go ahead. Okay, John and everybody, did you finish?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Moni, John, Ale, Heiner, Erika.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Moni,
teacher.
that sounded very like yes, teacher. I was like, wow, like okay, let's go for it. Let's check together. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Okay, so in the first part, you had wait, you had 5 different. Let me just put my iPad in different position to see it better. Okay, in the first part, you had 5 different statements, and you had to choose the expression that would fit these other the best. Okay, the first one said you need to be ready to show your ID at the gate. Okay, so let's do number 1. Let me see. Rose, can you do number 1?
You know you're tired, but try to stay. How do you say?
Awake.
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 Awake for the party.
Thank you. That is correct. Number 2, Heiner.
Okay. In my job, it's important to dress formally.
In my job, it's important to dress formally. Yes, I agree. Erika, number 3.
Listen, I don't not wear is in to park.
Yes. I don't know where to park. Thank you. That was 3. Number 4, money.
I don't know. I don't know what is Sotomo offered.
Tomo is a person.
Ah,
Tomo is like saying,
okay,
I don't
okay,
know,
okay.
Francisco, Julián, Carlos, María, Elena.
Ah, okay, well, okay. Let me see some. Yeah. We are late, so Tomo offered to drive off to the train station.
Train station, correct. Tomo offered to drive us to the train station. Perfect. And last but not least, let me see. Done.
Teacher, in which part? Excuse me.
In part A, in number 5.
5.
Yes.
When you give a presentation, it's normal. Options C, to feel nervous.
Correct. To feel nervous. That's very correct. Okay, let's move to part B. Complete the sentence with an affirmative or negative infinitive. Okay, you could use each one of those only one time. So I'm planning to have a party next week. Erika, can you do the first one?
Ahora déjenme sacarme de aquí. Pero son chiquillos porque me comen la tecnología hoy. Dios, ¿cómo me salgo para ver la pantalla? Ay, ahora me salí de todo. Ay, me salí del libro. Perdón. Voy. No, teacher. No encuentro mi libro y ahora se me...
Okay, don't worry. Then let me move to another person and then I come back to you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Jeanette.
Juan, A. Hi, I am Jisoo. B. I am Rosaria. Nice to meet you.
Perfect. Thank you, Jeanette. Let me see. Ale, can you do number 2?
Okay. Okay. What do you want to do tonight? Stay in or go out?
Perfect. Number 3, Rose.
Sorry, teacher. Let's meet outside the restaurant. I promise not to be late.
Perfect. Thank you, Rose. 4, Painter.
Try not to make a noise. Your father sleep.
Correct. That is very good. Thank you. Number 5, let me see, Moni.
I really like to learn a new language.
That would be really cool. I'm learning French. It's difficult, but nice. Let me see, 5, 6. We're gonna have to repeat. No, repeat. No, Jan, you haven't helped me this time.
Be careful not to drive too fast. The roads are icy.
Icy. Como congeladas.
Yes.
7. Let me see, Jeanette.
My brother has decided to look for a new job.
Perfect. And number 8, Heiner.
The museum is free. You don't need to pay to go in.
Just in case, museum.
Okay.
Thank you, Heiner. Okay, guys, questions, comments, concerns? Nope, everything is very clear.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so just in case, I'm gonna give you a quick we're gonna stop here classes, and I'm gonna give you a quick homework. I need you to work in part 1 of the page 158. 158. Only the part that says verbs plus infinitive. Verbs plus infinitive. That's the part that you need to work on for Wednesday, please. On Wednesday, we're gonna work on the other one for gerunds, but since we haven't talked about that one, you only need to work in the one that is page 158, just the upper part. Okay? Questions? No questions, I guess.
No, teacher.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna see you on Wednesday. I'm very happy to have you, all of you here. This is our last period together, and I'm sure that we're gonna have lots of fun. So take good care of you and be ready, because I already have a small speaking activity for Wednesday where we're gonna be using gerunds and infinitives. So be ready to talk on Wednesday. You can start practicing today. Bye-bye, guys. Take care.
Bye, teacher. Good night.
Thank you, teacher. Have a good night.
Thank you as well. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.